Fae Dick Grayson idea. Imagine Dick, unknown to him, descends from a Fae's bloodline and is the reason why he seems to be able to do what most regular humans can't. For example, the quadruple flip. And Dick has enough Fae blood in him to curse the Robin mantle unknowingly, and that's why those after Dick, who he doesn't give the mantle to, meet such tragedies, even Jason dying. And the curse is different for each Robin depending on how Dick viewed each of them. For example, with Jason, who Dick viewed as someone who took his spot, someone who dared take his name, the curse of the Robin mantle began with him and was the worse, resulting in Jason's Robin career being unlucky and eventually leading to his demise. I mean, the Joker didn't kill Jason because he was Jason, but because he was Robin. Tim, the next Robin, also suffers a lot on his journey and nearly dies multiple times. But due to Dick viewing Tim as a replacement for Jason and not for him, the curse doesn't kill him. When Steph came to be Robin, she wasn't Robin long enough for the curse to affect her, and most of the shit that happened to her happened afterwards with no correlation. Damien, the Robin that Dick gave the mantle to. He doesn't suffer because he's Robin. He suffers because he's Damien Al Ghul. And after he picked Damien, the Robin curse nulled. Who eventually figures it out? None other than Jason. He's always been smart. Maybe not as smart as Tim, but he's pretty good at spotting patterns, especially regarding anything Robin-related. It didn't take a genius to realize a lot of bad shit happens to those who have taken the mantle after Dick due to being Robin, all but Damien, the Robin he had picked. So, a little bit of digging. It didn't take too long for Jason to figure out the Robin mantle was cursed, but he didn't expect Dick to have been the one to curse it. So he goes to confront the golden boy, Bruce's favorite, at his apartment, and as his fist is about to knock on the door, he is frustratingly stopped by Tim, who had figured this out way before Jason did. Before Jason punches Tim's lights out, for knowing for so long and not stopping it, he lets Tim speak, and Tim tells him Dick doesn't know, and he isn't sure what will happen if he ever finds out. He's done the research, and it doesn't look good. Jason doesn't seem to care, so Tim asks him to imagine if he ever found out. Their older brother, who has a guilt complex like no other and is a glutton for punishment, found out that almost every tragedy, even Jason's death, was a result of himself. Imagine what Dick would do to himself subconsciously and consciously with his abilities. This stops Jason dead in his tracks. He feels conflicted. He can't forgive what happened, even if it's unintentional, but he doesn't want him to suffer. Uncertain about what to do now, he tells Tim that if this curse affects Damien or any future Robins after him, he won't keep his mouth shut. And then Jason leaves the apartment building, and Tim follows him out. Unknown to both of them, Dick was listening from the other side of the door, feeling horrified with himself. Who knows what he will do now, knowing what he unintentionally has done? Can you tell this was the first AU I'd written? I've slightly edited it so it is readable. LOL.